In a surprising turn of events, Elon Musk visited the Pentagon amid a complex backdrop of U.S. China relations, sparking speculation about the implications of his visit on national security and international diplomacy. The meeting comes as the Trump administration publicly denied that Musk had access to top-secret plans related to potential military engagements with China, a statement that has raised eyebrows within political and defense circles. Musk's visit to the Pentagon, reported on March 23, 2025, has been described by some analysts as part of a larger narrative concerning the intersection of technology and defense policy. The billionaire entrepreneur, known for his ventures in aerospace and electric vehicles, has increasingly positioned himself at the nexus of innovation and national security. However, the incident has also reignited debates about the appropriate boundaries of private enterprise involvement in military affairs. In a statement addressing the media, a senior Pentagon official asserted, while Mr. Musk's innovative contributions in technology are recognized, any implication that he had access to sensitive military strategies is unfounded. This assertion reflects a broader concern among officials regarding the transparency of private sector collaborations with government agencies, particularly in defense. The timing of Musk's visit is particularly noteworthy given recent remarks by Chinese Premier Li Qiang, who characterized U.S. China relations as being at an important juncture. During an unrelated meeting with a pro-Trump Senator, Li articulated concerns over escalating tensions and the potential for rising instability in the region. Analysts suggest that the intersection of Musk's engagement with U.S. defense and China's diplomatic overtures may have significant implications for future international policies and economic collaborations. This complex backdrop is further complicated by reports that China is considering participation in a peacekeeping mission in Ukraine, a move that could alter the geopolitical landscape. Such developments prompt questions about how nations might navigate their interests amid ongoing military conflicts and shifting alliances. As global leaders grapple with these tensions, the role of influential figures like Musk becomes increasingly relevant. With technology companies playing a critical role in defense innovation and strategy, the boundaries between public and private sectors are becoming more blurred than ever. Looking ahead, the ramifications of Musk's Pentagon visit will likely evolve as U.S.-China relations continue to fluctuate. The intersection of technology, military strategy, and international diplomacy remains a pivotal area of focus, with many anticipating that upcoming dialogues and negotiations will shape the future of global stability as both nations navigate their complex relationship. The involvement of high-profile individuals in defense matters will undoubtedly remain a topic of significant interest and scrutiny. Tensions surrounding Taiwan have escalated to a point where renewed civil conflict is being discussed as a potential strategy for Beijing, according to recent commentary from a leading researcher. This alarming perspective, highlighted in a report by the South China Morning Post, comes amid heightened geopolitical uncertainties and military posturing in the region. The discourse around Taiwan has shifted dramatically in recent years, especially as China's assertive stance has drawn international scrutiny. The researcher, who wished to remain anonymous, noted that the Chinese government might view civil war as a viable option should diplomatic efforts continue to falter. The situation in Taiwan is precarious, and the possibility of military engagement is increasingly viewed as a legitimate strategy, the researcher stated. This statement reflects a growing concern that Beijing may consider forceful reunification with Taiwan, a territory it views as a breakaway province despite the island's self-governance and democratic elections. In a broader context, these developments occur against the backdrop of a series of international diplomatic maneuvers. For instance, reports have emerged that China is contemplating participation in peacekeeping missions in Ukraine, a move that could signal its intent to expand its role on the global stage. Such actions may serve as a dual strategy for Beijing, to assert its influence while simultaneously positioning itself as a stabilizing force amid global conflicts. Analysts argue that this approach may be an attempt to balance China's assertiveness in the South China Sea and Taiwan Strait with a more conciliatory diplomatic approach elsewhere. Furthermore, The geopolitical chessboard has become more complex with the recent visit of high-profile figures to and from China. Notably, the meeting between a pro-Trump senator and China's premier in Beijing indicates a potential thawing of relations with U.S. political factions previously aligned against China. This development raises questions about the future of U.S. China relations and how domestic politics in the United States may influence international policies regarding Taiwan and other contentious issues. As tensions continue to simmer, the implications for regional security are profound. Military analysts warn that a miscalculation could lead to a significant escalation of conflict in East Asia, potentially drawing in neighboring countries and global powers. The United States has reiterated its commitment to supporting Taiwan, further complicating the situation as it navigates its own domestic political landscape. Looking ahead, the situation remains fluid. With military drills by China and increasing support for Taiwan from the U.S. and its allies, the risk of confrontation persists. The international community watches closely, aware that the next steps taken by both Beijing and Taipei will be crucial in determining the future of the Taiwan Strait and, by extension, regional stability. As diplomatic channels are tested, the prospect of renewed civil conflict in Taiwan may linger ominously in the background, serving as a reminder of the precarious balance of power in the region. In a time when global economic dynamics are shifting dramatically, China finds itself at a crossroads, grappling with the implications of its investment strategies and economic policies. Recent commentary from state media has underscored the urgent need for introspection. As concerns mount over wasteful investments that could drain the economy and undermine the country's credibility on the world stage. This reflection comes at a pivotal moment where China's growth narrative is increasingly scrutinized amid a complex backdrop of international relations and domestic economic pressures. The South China Morning Post recently reported that excessive and poorly directed investments are seen as detrimental to China's economic health. Citing state media, the article emphasizes that such investments not only diminish financial resources but also erode public trust in governmental decision-making. The critique points to a pattern where funds are channeled into projects with questionable returns, raising alarms among economists and policymakers alike. If we continue down this path, we risk not only economic stagnation but also damage to our long-term credibility as a global economic leader, warned an unnamed analyst. In response to these challenges, Chinese officials are actively seeking to recalibrate their economic strategies. The vice premier has publicly encouraged multinational companies to expand their investments in China, highlighting the country's commitment to fostering a more conducive business environment. This initiative aims to attract foreign capital while simultaneously addressing domestic inefficiencies. "We are open for business and eager to forge partnerships that will lead to mutual growth," the vice premier stated at a recent forum, reinforcing China's intention to remain a pivotal player in the global economy. Moreover, the landscape of China's economic future may also hinge on innovation and consumer consumption, as indicated by a report from China Daily. The publication suggests that by catalyzing innovation and enhancing consumer spending, the nation could spur a new wave of economic momentum. "Innovation is at the heart of our strategy moving forward. We must empower our businesses to create and grow," stated a government spokesperson, outlining a vision that intertwines technological advancement with economic resilience. The voices of multinational corporations such as Danone echo this sentiment. At the China Development Forum 2025, Danone's CEO reaffirmed the company's long-term commitment to investing in China, citing the country's vast consumer base and potential for growth. "We believe in the future of this market and are committed to being a part of it," the CEO remarked, signaling optimism amid the prevailing uncertainties. As China navigates these multifaceted challenges, the implications of its decisions will reverberate far beyond its borders. The balancing act between attracting foreign investment, fostering innovation, and curbing wasteful expenditures will be crucial in shaping the trajectory of its economy. The coming months will be telling as policymakers face the dual task of revitalizing growth while ensuring the credibility of their economic framework. In conclusion, The narrative surrounding China's economic strategy is one of transformation marked by a critical reassessment of past practices and a forward-looking vision that seeks to leverage investment, innovation, and consumer engagement. As the global landscape evolves, all eyes will be on China to see how it adapts and emerges from this pivotal moment, potentially redefining its role in the international arena. In a landscape marked by escalating tensions and strategic recalibrations, recent developments in China's military posture have drawn significant attention. As the global community grapples with the implications of these changes, insights into China's evolving war strategies reveal a complex interplay of technological advancement and geopolitical ambition. On March 23, 2025, the Taiwanese Ministry of National Defense reported that China is adjusting its military strategies, particularly concerning its approach towards Taiwan. This shift underscores a growing urgency within the People's Liberation Army (PLA) to prepare for potential conflict scenarios. Observers note that the PLA is increasingly focusing on operational readiness, highlighted by a series of drills emphasizing invasion preparations. According to sources, these exercises are not merely routine, they are emblematic of a more aggressive stance that Beijing is adopting amid rising tensions across the Taiwan Strait. Adding a layer of sophistication to its military capabilities, the PLA has begun to integrate advanced artificial intelligence into its operations. In a significant move, the military has started utilizing a system known as DeepSeek, designed for non-combat roles. This technology is expected to enhance logistics, intelligence gathering, and operational planning, thereby amplifying the PLA's overall effectiveness. Experts suggest that this integration of AI reflects a broader trend in modern warfare where technology plays a pivotal role in shaping outcomes. The use of AI in military applications is a game-changer, stated an analyst from a leading defense think tank, emphasizing that such developments could redefine battlefield tactics and strategies. At the same time, Taiwan's leadership is recalibrating its approach in response to these developments. The Taiwanese president has adopted a tougher stance towards China, calling for enhanced defense measures and international support. This pivot is indicative of Taiwan's recognition of the shifting balance of power in the region and the necessity for a robust deterrent against potential aggression. The president's remarks highlight the importance of solidarity among democratic nations, as Taiwan seeks to bolster its defenses amidst Chinese assertiveness. The implications of these military changes extend beyond the immediate regional context. Analysts warn that an escalation in military readiness could lead to miscalculations that might provoke unintended conflicts. The international community, particularly the United States, is closely monitoring these developments as they could significantly impact regional stability and global security dynamics. As these narratives unfold, the future remains uncertain. The interplay between military preparedness and diplomatic initiatives will be critical in shaping the trajectory of cross-strait relations. The coming months are likely to reveal whether these strategic adjustments will lead to a heightened military presence or foster a renewed dialogue aimed at de-escalation. What remains clear is that both China and Taiwan are navigating a complex and volatile geopolitical landscape, where the decisions made today will resonate for years to come. In a world increasingly defined by geopolitical tensions and economic interdependence, the recent calls from China for deeper trust and frankness in its relationship with the United States resonate with urgency. As both nations navigate the complexities of a trade war, the sentiment that no one wins in a trade war has emerged as a critical reminder of the stakes involved. The Chinese government has underscored the importance of open dialogue, urging both sides to engage in constructive discussions that prioritize mutual understanding over conflict. The backdrop of these discussions is marked by a series of economic challenges exacerbated by tariffs and trade barriers imposed over the past few years. The trade war has not only impacted the economies of both countries but has also reverberated through global markets, leading to increased uncertainty. In this context, Chinese officials have emphasized the necessity of building trust, with a spokesperson stating to achieve a stable and fruitful relationship, both sides must cultivate an environment of transparency and cooperation. Meanwhile, China's foreign minister is making significant efforts to strengthen ties not only with the US but also with allies such as Japan. Recent talks in Tokyo have led to the announcement of 20 key consensus points aimed at deepening economic collaboration between China and Japan. These developments indicate a strategic pivot as both nations seek to bolster their economic ties while managing the complexities of regional security dynamics. In the wake of these diplomatic overtures, analysts are closely watching how a potential change in U.S. administration could further influence international relations, especially regarding Taiwan and Europe. The implications of a renewed focus on Taiwan by a new Trump administration could reshape not only bilateral relations but also the broader geopolitical landscape. Observers suggest that a shift in U.S. policy could lead to increased tensions or conversely an opportunity for collaboration among allies. As these narratives unfold, the interplay between economic diplomacy and national security continues to be a primary concern for policymakers. The challenge lies in finding a balance that fosters economic growth while addressing security issues that have historically strained relationships. The importance of frankness and trust cannot be overstated as both the U.S. and China, along with their regional partners, navigate these turbulent waters. Looking ahead, the next few months will be crucial for assessing how these diplomatic efforts manifest in tangible outcomes. With the global economy still reeling from the effects of the pandemic and ongoing geopolitical tensions, the commitment to dialogue and collaboration will be vital in shaping a more stable and prosperous future for all parties involved. The world will be watching closely as the US and China strive to redefine their relationship amidst the complexities of modern diplomacy.